Welcome back, everybody. Let's continue. Need the rags. Slots 24. How much my BDU? 24. Let's break this one down. So, no. Too much gear. We've got that weapon part. But we do. That's fine. A rucksack. Carried ready for night time if it's needed. Probably won't be. We'll make this into rags though. Get this set up right. That purified nicely. Okay. So now they're ready to go and disinfected. Right. Bring that down to here. Get that turned into a cooking. So rope. That's it into rope basically. The next piece as well. One can carry the rope and one will be a belt. Spare knives down there. Okay, some slots. Let's make it into rags. That rope is going to be a belt. We can now move that one onto there. Down. There's 6 stack for emergencies. They're ready to go. That's good. Bring that up. Pick that out and that out. Pick those 2 stacks out. These up. I have to eat soon because this meat's going to go off. And we've got the sheep pelt to sell when the time's right. Okay. Water there, rags there, first aid there, that there, pistol there. Fishing stick there. Good, I reckon. Carry on down the coast to search. These big towns are dangerous to search because less chance to view if people are around. This rucksack makes life a lot easier. Massive reward sack. Gonna need footwear. These are already damaged. We can eat, remove. Deal with these. If we're lucky enough to get a cooking pot, we can always make an improvised one on the road. You need footwear. These are damaged. They're not badly damaged yet, but they're not good. Don't think we can repair them with our emergency knife. Check. A leather repair kit will be needed. Okay, so server restart in 15 minutes, guys. We will carry on after the restart. During the restart, I'll jump onto the anti-cheat software and get those messages sorted out. So they're not all happening at once, so they're spaced out a little bit better. gas attack coming in. Matches. Well worth it. Oh, there. We need a flag, so I'm willing to hop in. Searching as we go, guys. Tin of food would be good. The garage is open. Feels like someone's been through. We need pliers. Living in one of these at some point. Maybe this wipe will be the time. Replacement footwear for emergencies. Take that with us. Good airlock. That there. There. The stairs and the main door. Viable take. And then just use this room for your base. Maybe a couple of windows to shoot out of. This is not the location I'd do it, but don't need to hit the fire station. Nice little barrel for cooking in. The repair kit's what we really need. See? Yes, I will repair my stab vest. After the restart, we'll be pushing into Balota. Awful lot of doors open down here. off that road. Too much chance of a horde. Hunting scope would be good. Any type of scope, seeing we have a Mosin, whatever it fits. PU, isn't it? I think. It's not often I run with vanilla weapons. Road parallel to our left hand side will take us into Balota. Found food and water, which is good. Start is a few minutes away. There we come. Right, I'll be right back, guys. Loading back in now, guys, hopefully. Get a roll back. Maybe a little one. That floating thing that I can't get rid of. Server is restarting in 2 minutes. I think we've already had the server restart. Why have we got a double restart? Give me a second, guys. We have got another restart. Let me have a look at this a second. Sorry about this. Don't know, guys, why we get 2 restarts next to each other. But carry on. Oh, play estate. It'll just take a while for that to kick out. It's the old DayZ errors. The joy of DayZ. I want to finish with my coffee. Coffee with a hint of caramel. It's nice. Get my screen set up correctly. Better. It's my OBS screen that I couldn't see properly. Still just a little bit off. That bit in slightly. That one down. That one down. About there. Okay. That's slightly better. Coming into night time and it's freezing. Not freezing. Wouldn't want to. If you're out, you'd think it worrying about a fire. After ammo. And let me climb up. We go. Where were we? Ammo searching. Gas zone down there. Fairly big. Loot crate up there. There. 45 ACP will take, because we've got a pistol that takes that, even if we are single loading it. Hunter boots will take. I've got the space to carry them at the moment. If we get a weapon, if we get a repair kit, we're cooking on gas. The assault boots. No. Feels off. Feels better. We'll need to cook again soon. Damaged. Sewing kit. Actually, is it a bone hook? That's a 6 rag? I'm not sure. We're going to try. Try a bone hook plus 6 rags and see whether we get a leather repair kit. No. How about rope? Normal sewing kit. Yeah, it's a normal sewing kit we get for that, so we'll carry that. We have to get 2 tanned leather plus the hook to make a leather repair kit. So I need lime to mix with the sheep pelt. So we're going to be on most of the day today. We'll have a break for food later on, and then we'll come back on. more than likely. I did go off to get my hair cut today, and I walked to the barber to find that it was closed. It was really annoying. Do we cook in this town? Do we cook on the ground? That zombie's searching. Arms are down. Somebody else is around. That zombie's searching. There's potential food in this town because he has fruits that spawn in. You see if we can see a player. Way we're going to need bark. Isn't it? Player. Or into the street. Player. Or a zombie running for some reason. Player down here. All this stuff's been gone through. Find somewhere to cook this food up before it goes off. fan of cooking in barns. Might end up cooking in the woods. One more long stick or firewood. Now find somewhere tactically to place a fire. Somewhere that we can dip in the ground, surrounded by trees is good. A bit more bushy woods than we've got here though. Cluster of houses. Certainly somebody in that town. Searching zombies. And then I suddenly saw someone running wearing black. Up in those woods over there we'll cook. That's a farm, isn't it? Maybe if there's a building there that's got a fireplace, we'll do that there. It will allow us to cook quicker. Make our life easier. greenhouse exposed, but allow for a quick fire. I don't know it. Don't know. Hi. How are you? Have a good day? We're trying to survive. Don't think there's any sound. No game sound. Yeah, I'll look into it in a second. Let me just get this cooked. Just waking up. Is that better? We are quiet where we are. Could be. It's showing here that desktop audio is coming through. Sort of server where seeds might save your life. That's the hospital, isn't it? Surviving on scraps. Desperately need a leather repair kit. Got a pelt we could sell, so we could potentially make our way back to trader, sell the pelt, and maybe buy a repair kit. Set a waypoint. Trader is there. Come on, where's the mouse gone? Okay. So I want to get over about here, the trader. Okay. Cross-country trip we go. You make money on this server selling collectibles or hunting or pelts, basically. Yeah, we should be okay. But a leather repair kit's really important to us. And you get more money for bear and wolf pelts. I don't even know if we can buy a leather repair kit. And I set the server up. Can't remember. But you can buy. I can buy a pristine pair of boots from the trader. Don't have enough money for that. No rain on the server though. We've turned the rain off, but we still get the wind. Warm days, cold nights. A nice 50% nerf of loot, but some prizes like this 180 slot rucksack is a win that I got out of a loot crate today. Solo again. There are collectibles the trader will buy off you, just not a lot of them around. Key cards, keys, an end game that I've built, underground bases or rag base building for building. Tiny flag. 180 slot, yeah. It's a reward rucksack. There's not a lot of them in the server. Yeah, 180 slots plus a weapon, first aid kit, pot, and a canteen. But everything else is vanilla. So, and you can't find, these are high tier or in loot crates. So they're not easy to find. And of course, if players fill them with loot, suddenly they can't run. Nice, isn't it? It's not too OP. I like the underground stuff, yeah. It feels more end of the world survival, doesn't it? You've dug a hole and you're going to live in it. Because you don't want anybody finding your base. But what you really need is animal pelts. I've only got 2 rounds left on the Mosin though. And then I'm down to then a single loading 45. And my trader, or the trader on here, doesn't sell anything apart from shotgun ammo when it comes to ammo. The only weapon he sells is a shotgun. He won't buy weapons apart from high tier. Bomb shelter, yes. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Fallout shelter. Been shot at once this morning from another player. And I've just seen a player run off before I could get... the ability to shoot them. We need a GPS receiver for future stuff. So there's I've got an event mission on here to get to end game where you spawn in, you find a treasure map, and when you open the treasure map, it gives you the location, or it spawns in a fishing boat full of zombies with some treasure in it. And your job is to get in there and get the treasure out, and that then sends you towards end game. But if you've got a GPS receiver, it'll give you the actual how many meters you are away from it and what direction to go, rather than just searching the coastline. I've also put packable boats on here, so the boats that you find, you can pack them up and they pack up into the size of a small dry bag. So you can carry them with you. And you can either buy them from trader or find one in the world or get them out of loot crates. As I said, I've turned off rain but kept the wind in. You need to find a map to make a map work, but once you've got the map, hold it in your hand like vanilla, view it, and then you can set waypoints and do all that sort of stuff. But you can't just press M and see it, so you physically have to hold the map to be able to do it. So I think that's a bit nearer vanilla without it being too much. Obviously, if we find a leather repair kit, then we don't need to go to trader until we've got more pelts. We've got a splattering of extra clothing, a splattering of extra helmets, some extra guns, a 5.56, a 7.62, both M4 type style platforms, And then I've got a one-tapper, but that's only available at endgame. Is that a setting in expansion to have it so you need to take out the map like that? Yes, it is. Yes, that's an expansion setting. So I use expansion navigation. I think it's a brilliant setting. And hi, Num Num. Or Numma Numma. You know, if you don't want to pay for LB Masters mods, the expansion navigation is great. But I like it to be a bit more, not fully realistic, but a little bit more realistic. But yeah, it's within, when you're setting expansion navigation up, there's a tick box base. It might be a 1-0, or yeah, it's a 1-0 command for, do you want players to be able to access the map by pressing the M key? No. Do you want them to be able to access the map without a GPS? Yeah. Do they need a compass? No. But you can put things in there like they can only mark the map if they've got a pen, if you want to do that. I don't. Oh, yes. And this server's, we have loot nerfed. I've got other players I've been shot at this morning. I've just seen a player. It is a PvP server, but it's a solo server. But we only went live last night, so we have a 50% nerf of all loot right across the board. I then put high tier guns into an end game. And we just make things slightly harder. But we allow underground bases and rag base building. Raidings with a hacking tablet that lets you steal the code locks that you take off and use them yourself. Have as many bases as you want, build where you like. There's certain areas that I've put no build zones on just because of their nature. If we have a look at the map in a second. Let me just get into something. So I've got a submarine base down there. I've got the oil rig, I've got the trader, and I've got the enemy military HQ and a weapon bunker in there that needs keys and swipe cards and things to get into them. And then there's another secret area that doesn't show up on the map that, if you find, will send you towards endgame. Plus, most of the towns and military have been edited. And everything's in, like, all the things people want that are marked on the map are sort of concentrated in one spot to try and channel players into killing each other. Because let's be honest, it's a PvP game. And I want players fighting. But we are a small server. It's an acquired taste. You know, people come on here, don't like it because there isn't a lot of loot around. Zombies blow up sometimes. There's minefields that spawn in on restarts and claymores around military camps in certain areas. At random spots, so they catch me out as well. It's not easy. You can't buy your way to victory in the trader. Are they high tier? The loot crates that I've put in them are, but they're not. But the only reason you'd probably go there is if you got the key card that says this is part of this is for the oil rig. then you might go there. But you'd have to go and find a boat. You'd have to get a boat to get, and then you fuel it, get a spark plug, get out there, do what you've got to do, get home. You know, at the moment, what have we got on us? We've got Northwest Airfield, Air Traffic Control, and Electra Police Station. Which is where I got the rucksack from this morning. I don't have massive amounts of loot in loot crates. It's more to help you. A tin of tack back, a tin opener, some purification tablets, a water bottle, a little bit of ammo. Maybe a gun if you're very lucky. What's the red light in the center of the screen? Okay, so what I've done is using my map. I've set a marker for the trader and made it 3D. So I'm walking on that bearing. Now, of course, I could make it so you have to have a compass and you work on proper bearings. But I like there to be some quality of life stuff. So it's just an RV that I'm walking on that I know will take me where I want it to take me. And then when I want to move it, I can move it around. So I am there. So it would make sense to put the RV up there so I don't bump into Cherno. Maybe come in via Electra. Maybe hit the police station. We have things like if you take fat and 6 rags, you can make a gun cleaning kit. 2 tanned leather and a bone hook will make you a leather repair kit. A piece of rope and a bone hook or metal hook will make you a sewing kit. But also the leather is what the trader will buy off you, or the pelts. So all it is just giving me an RV. You've seen there's a lack of food in the game. So you survive by hunting, shooting, fishing. Loot crates, stashes. 180 stashes in military camps that spawn in. But they don't have massive, a tin of tack back and a tin opener. This sort of stuff that you'll box a 9mm. To stop players farming them. They're more that you find and suddenly you've got a tin of food you can save for emergencies, more than it's something you live off. Players need to explore to get high tier loot. But with rag base building, eventually my aim is to have a small compound base with a house to cook in, compound walls, and then a underground base there as well as my sort of final loot room. But I want a greenhouse in there so I can grow veg, because it's that sort of server. And I'm sort of got an idea of where I want to live. Ish. But no spawn select, no ATMs, no sleeping bags. So it has to be somewhere you can get back to reasonably easily. Again, that concentrates players to middle-ish of the map, sort of lower half of the map on like an L shape. So you're more likely to bump into other players. Raiding on here is with a hacking tablet. You'll find batteries in the world, but the tablet itself is in endgame only. And when you use it against someone's code lock, the code lock drops off, so their base doesn't get destroyed, but they lose the ability of locking their base. And you can take the code lock and you can sell it to trader, or you can reuse it, or you might choose to leave it on the floor, so when they come back to their base, they can lock their doors again. Player choice. Personally, I would sell them to trader. Hacking tablet can be used 5 times before you need to replace it. You can repeat endgame. Yes. That's why I nerf food. I nerf everything. When I'm building a server, it's all about channeling players into potential hotspots to encourage PvP without making it Call of Duty. Trying to make a realistic end of the world scenario. We're going to check that hut because it's industrial. So the wind that's picking up now means that if we were playing normally, it would be raining. And because I've taken the rain out, the wind takes over. So on my servers, a tin of tack back and a box of 5.56 is counted as a hell of a good reward. You'll find a lot more ammo and keys than you will guns. It is the end of the world. The world ended 12 years ago. We have more military zombies than we do civilian zombies, and we have hordes of zombies on this map. I am wary of my footwear. And the traders, one of the most, such a dangerous area to go to. Again, players are channeled. So my feelings are that the outbreak happened, the military moved in, they locked up the infected or shot them, and then the ones that were, and then the military got infected as well. The military HQ island does have AI on it. They're in 2 locations on the map. They're in a laboratory that's up near Tissy, with a chance that there are 3 locations. They're in the secret bunker and they're on the military HQ island. But all of them have a chance of them spawning. It's not a guarantee. All of them can be looted, and all of them will spawn with reasonable gear, but any gun out of vanilla DayZ. So you could spawn them in with 2 pistols. They'll just happen. And next time you spawn them in, they might all have fouls or a mixture. But if you kill them, you can take their weapons. And ammo. And anything else they're carrying. So they can be a source of footwear. But you'd need to get out to the island and kill them. And when I've only got 5 rounds on a reasonable gun, a stab vest, and I don't have a boat, it's not the sort of risk I want to take. So they're put in for an end game. And to get the end game mission, you need to get hold of a pirate map that when you examine the map, it puts a key in your inventory. It spawns in a boat on the coast full of zombies. You've got 40 minutes to kill the zombies on the boat, open the crate, and then that gives you a key card and a punch card that will get you into the underground bunker on the island that has the best loot in it. Or you find the key for the secret bunker, which you have to find. It's not actually on the map where it is. Now, obviously, I know where it is, but I built the server. And then when you open up that crate, you will once again get the ship spawn map. So it forces players, again, it channels them. But when the notification comes up on the screen, everyone gets told that the ship spawned in. So then, hopefully, other players will either lay ambushes or try and beat you to it. But they need the key that you've got on you. So it's in their interest, if they find the ship, to adopt a sniper position. Wait for you to go in there and do the hard work, and when you get to shore, shoot you. Is that a cow we heard? That would be... it's only 10 bottle caps, I think. And obviously the risk of shooting. I'll go with what I've got. Yeah. And I don't, and obviously a lot of servers on PC will have traders that are safe zones. Mine aren't. I don't believe that you would run around trying to kill each other and then walk into a trader and be the best of friends. In my head, you'd still try and kill each other. I try to, but I've been doing this now for 18 months, building survival servers. And this is just becoming a little bit more... less... still keeping the survival elements, but adding a bit more of base building, PvP, raiding, a bit of lore. And then we're using a map edit. I've got 64 edits to towns and military. No, probably 70, because I've put my own military edits in as well. Then I run Summer Chinaris and longer grass. Because no one's been cutting the grass for the last 12 years. But I really enjoyed building servers. I mean, I spent a week getting frustrated building this one. I took yesterday off work just to finish the build off. 5 AM yesterday morning I started doing the loot crates, and I'd actually got them finished at about 4 PM in the afternoon. My eyes were square. All I could see was numbers last night when I went to sleep, and code. So one of the things I do with the RVs is they don't show you how far you are from them. You can set how many meters it is to the RV. I prefer not to. You don't know you're there till you're there. So the quality of life is giving people the ability of having a marker. But to make it slightly more realistic, they don't know how far away they are from that marker. I mean, I realise it's not fully realistic, but so it's in your interest to keep checking your map. So I'm there, RV's there. I'm not ready to swing down yet. But I enjoy the challenge of making servers. My aim is after Christmas, well, we're switching to a new provider after Christmas. And then we'll also, so at the moment I host through GTX servers or GTX hosting, and they're not very good at handling multiple AI on a map. So after Christmas, we're moving to a host that can handle more AI. And then what we'll have is AI on helicopter crashes, because in my head it feels like the helicopter's crashed. The pilot might still be alive, or the co-pilot. The extra slots and fact that their input stamina is great. Yeah. And police cars, I also want to have, when a police car event happens, rather than them be zombies, they'll be police AI. But they'll have MP5s or Glocks. They'll be dressed as police. Potentially a taser. And they might arrest players and put them in jail. Because I can do that in the code. Or using a mod. What I don't want is just roaming AI patrols. Because I don't want players to have to fight the AI. It's their choice. But I like to use AI to enhance the map, not fill the map. One of the other things we do is ghillie slots. So you can still wear a rucksack with a ghillie suit. Because in the real world, if you put a ghillie suit on, you can still put a rucksack on your back. Weapons are all named correctly. There's no M locks on this server. They're a Glock. Barbed wire really does cut you. So no climbing on barbed wire to escape zombies. But also, if you put barbed wire outside on the outside of your base, it will stop players. You can place landmines inside people's territory. Yeah, I bet I've been there before. It took graphic design in college, and writing code was part of the course. I remember staying a full weekend, 70 hours straight, just trying to work on my project. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? It's a nightmare. And I'm not a coder. I've never been taught. And DayZ's not real coding. You've got a JSON file or equivalent that you've got to alter text in. But you do end up just seeing numbers. But I needed to get this finished because someone's asked me to build them an armor server. So that's my next project, is making an armor server for Arma 3. And also I like this map edit, you know, slightly longer grass, the summer build. Chernarus doesn't look the same, it's nice. Because everyone runs Chernarus and you can get pretty bored with playing Chernarus all the time. If we make it alive to the trader, you'll see how I've thought about the trader. You either have to go in swimming, which means you're exposed, or go along a very long, thin footbridge. And then you go onto an island that has lots of cover. Or come in by boat, in which case you're making a noise. So it's all been thought about from that perspective. Silencers on here are hard to get, or suppressors. We don't have vehicle spawns or tents. The vehicles were driven off 12 years ago when the outbreak happened, and people that owned tents took them with them. Still make an improvised shelter if you wish to. But what I don't want is lots of people living in tents all over the map. I watch a lot of Minecraft content. I used to play Bedrock a long time ago. Badly. But I watch a lot of Minecraft content. I don't play it anymore. But I enjoy seeing what people can do. I suppose Minecraft led me to DayZ because I like survival games, and Minecraft is at its very core a survival game. The boats that we have on this server you can pack up, and they fit into a small dry bag, so you can carry them in your pants. So it means that players can buy a boat from trader, put it in their rucksack and take it home with them. You've got to take the spark plug out and you pack it up basically. And don't pack it up with yourself inside, otherwise you'll kill yourself. But that's life. If players are stupid enough to do it, it says so in the rules, don't do it. It's up to them. But it does mean that you can pack your boat up after you finish doing what you need to do and take it back to your base, or you can go to an island to do, like, go to the oil rig, pack the boat up, stick it inside your rucksack, go and do what you want to do, unpack it, extract. I've got some storage mods in here, and I've got blueprints as well. And the blueprint, you like mix a blueprint with planks to make storage. And you can find fridges and gas stoves, and the only thing I haven't put in is anything that can be locked, because I think if you break into someone's base, the last thing you want to do is find loads of locked containers inside. And because everything's nerfed, you know, the best you're ever going to get is basically what I'm wearing to carry stuff out with. I haven't played Minecraft for years. Right, so let's get into cover a second. Now, if I die, my map markers stay on the map. So what I'm going to do is delete my marker, because I sort of know the direction we're going now. So I'm just going to delete the marker. That's gone. And I'm going to keep going that direction. That way, if we get killed, we're not losing the marker. I'm half tempted to try for that deer, because it's another pelt. Mushrooms. I also have zombies that blow up, sometimes with gas on them, sometimes with explosives. When you need a map, when you first spawn in, you don't have one. You can either find one in the world, or if you're really lost, go find a priest. When you kill a priest zombie, they have a map on them. So do the firemen, and so do some police. But when you first spawn in, if you can get to a church, kill a priest, you can get a map. And I've been doing that for over 12 months on wipes. My players that play the server on a regular basis understand that's how it works. Yeah, wind has stopped suddenly. It is BI. So the maximum this server will hold is 30. The maximum I've had on here is 10. This does not suit everyone. as I'm sure you realise. This is not your normal PvE server, because it's PvP. It's not your normal PvP server, because it's harder. Not impossible. And I don't allow groups, so it doesn't appeal to everybody. When I have the server after Christmas, it will change what I can have. So at the moment, I've paid for 30 slots up until January, end of January. The server that I go with next year includes 127 slots, but you can choose how many to deploy when you deploy them. So I'm never going to run this with 127, but I might run it as a 40 slot server or a 60 slot server, just because players are more likely to join if they think you've invested time in getting more slots available. But I don't want to move too many, because I need to get the balance right for the other stuff that we're adding. How's our footwear? Badly damaged yet? Yeah. So we'll be switching across when they die to one of these. We spawn players in with this amazing knife that is either a knife, screwdriver, saw, can opener, lockpick, or sewing kit. Along with a stack of rags, some iodine tincture, and like an apple and a glow stick. A piece of fruit and a glow stick. But when you use that knife up, that's it gone. Then you're back into vanilla. Half food, half water, normally cold, basic clothing. First thing you do is gather rags, light a fire. Gather rags, make a fishing kit, go fishing, get some fish, make gloves. And you need realistically to eat and or drink within about 30 minutes or you'll be dead. But we allow players to rip up some clothes with their hands to make rags, so they don't have to use a knife for that. That way. No, we're actually on track. That way. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So originally I started the project 18 months ago as somewhere just for me to build a server that I could record, not stream, but record content on. And people started saying, can we play it? So I opened it up, and now we've moved forward 18 months later, and pretty much this is it. Each wipe we get a little bit better. I make a slightly better take on it. My 10 most active players, most of them have memberships on my YouTube account, on YouTube, and then they know that helps to pay for the hosting. But it's not a requirement, if that makes sense. It's just one of the things that, you know, that's their way of donating something back. I think we'll probably search this village. Oh, now. It's going to be an easy kill, isn't it? I didn't think about that. haven't been able to play the PC version yet, or this play PC version yet. Yeah, that was a foolish mistake. I didn't think about the Zs about the place. It's not like I have the ammunition to fight them. It doesn't run on hopes and dreams. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I've got a lovely PC here, but I've sacrificed having life to have PC. Not literally, obviously. Any of mine disinfected still? No. So let's go for actual bandage then. Actually, is that disinfected? Yes, it is. Right. We can't find Mr. Goat. We won't be looking any further. Certainly not going to search for him. Meds are very hard to get hold of on my servers. On purpose. The sort of edits we have just ruin shit everywhere as if the end of the world did happen and everyone drove off. Was it higher up, was it? There it is. Thank you. That's the most important bit. That's worth money. That's next important, as you'll see soon. So rags and fat make me a gun cleaning kit. Right then. That's better. We need to cook. I need to fight this cold. Oh, and my character needs to sleep as well to stay alive. Yeah, just to add to the problems. Oh, my gloves are fucked. Just to add to my problems. Yeah, so having all this lovely gear, having this big rucksack sounds amazing, but it really isn't. Anything with a piece of paper on it. No, but I can use a rag, can't I? While we're here, let's purify that. Throw away our bandana because we've got a cold, and it will just keep giving us a cold back. And start cooking. Reminds me of like Skyrim and Fallout, carry whatever you want, but eventually you can't move. Yes. So when I give people the access to a massive rucksack, it's not it's not that I'm being kind, it's because I'm making life more difficult for them. That's worth money. Not a lot, but it's worth something. Yeah. I've heard that a few times over the years. I was a massive Fallout fan. Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Massive fan of. Yeah. Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas was alright. Fallout 3 and 4 and 76, less of a fan of. And I get it. I'm old school. I played the original Fallouts. Whereas if you've only ever known Fallout 3 onwards, they're amazing. But the ones that grew up with that original version, it's hard to get your head around where Bethesda took the game. It used to be quite dark and horrible. We came in from that direction, so let's push over this way. Oh, hunting shot. Got to be done, hasn't it? A lot of zombies here, though. Is there a horde here? I haven't seen any NBC zombies, so I might not be. So I spoke earlier about ripping things up. So put that in my hands. I don't need to use a knife, but I can make rags. And from that I get 2 rags. We are sort of making our way towards Trader. With 2 items to sell, it's worth it. Don't want to use all my food up straight away because I want to have a chance to... We're not going to make the mistake of shooting another one. I want to keep a little bit of heat to fight off this cold. Because meds are few and far between on here. I also realised a full belly goes a long way to fighting sickness in DayZ. Eaten a whole bloody goat. That way then. No. That way. So I'm looking where my arrow's pointing. Yeah. Always thought that it was silly that you need a knife to carve rags. Yes, I agree completely. That's why I love that mod. I mean, it won't let you rip up every bit of clothing, but it makes sense to me. Now we will check this because there's always a chance of purification tablets, isn't there? Bloody baseball cap. I know we've got a little bit of water. Like, in real life, I do know how many shirts or trousers I've ripped apart with my hands. Exactly. That's my thoughts on it. We do it all the time in real life. The other thing I've never understood is why you don't wear any socks inside a pair of military boots. I used to wear military boots for a living. Actually, I have a pair here that I walked in today. I wouldn't have risked walking them without wearing socks with them. And if it was the end of the world, I'd be making socks out of rags. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll make it into the trader, sell those two, and get more than, like, I can't remember what prices I set things for. It wasn't very high. You make the most money from bear pelts and wolf pelts. But I wanted it to feel like hunting and selling collectibles was your main source of income. So you had to search to get collectibles. Hunting. It's code locks you make good money for. Do I keep a code lock or do I sell it? You know, it's one of those dreadful scenarios. Now the question is, do we need meds more or do we need a boot repair kit? Probably a boot repair kit. So a little pack of Tetra now would go down a storm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, your feet would get hardened over time. Blisters would break and they would get better at it. But yes, agreed. $11 AM on the server. Okay. Might be worth searching this place, you know, for certainly the med centre over there. Sometimes. Go. Yeah. I imagine this place has been rinsed by players. stay with the stab vest. At least it gives me some protection. $762.39. Can't say no to that. We'll search the med centre, I think. Meds, if we get it a meds out of here, we won't have to worry so much about fucking horde. There's a fucking horde here. I know I'm cut. So there's 20 possible spaces that the horde can spawn in at. 20 or 40. A lot of spaces the horde can spawn in at. And there's always 12 active on the map at a time. As many as there should have been, so someone else has been through killing them. Okay, no meds today then. over the hills and far away. Hobbit feet after so long. Yeah. All snarly, long nails and hairiness. Pizza to cook for myself tonight for tea. I decided to stop having takeaways and actually just buy the same stuff I get on a takeaway in and cook them in the oven. I need to save money. I don't need to, I want to. I need to pay off some of the debt that I've got. This PC that I've got here, as much as it's very nice, wasn't the cheapest of ever inventions. And I didn't buy it as a Warner. It's been paid over the years, upgrading and getting new bits for it. But I need to save money because I want to get 2 flight sticks so I can stream some Elite Dangerous with flight sticks. Just occasionally. And I hate playing it on keyboard and mouse. So I need to save up some money so we can get some ED done. What I want to break from DayZ basically, because that does happen. I've stopped at the moment playing full-on PvP servers because I'm a little bit burnt out with DayZ. I love the game, but I need a break of a change of tempo, which is why I'm now doing this. And it's my own server, and it went live yesterday. I'd like to stream some Elite Dangerous, or make content in Elite Dangerous with the 2 sticks and head tracking. Maybe stick my old VR headset back into it. So, Trader is our next port of call. We fought the cold off, that's one thing. I'm not sure how much longer they will last. Not long would be my best guess. Not long at all. I just need a break. I mean, I play Subsistence away from stream. But I'm feeling a little bit DayZ burnt out. I don't want to end up hating the game, but I need something else to do, and it might be I might set up a second YouTube channel that I do Elite Dangerous in. Haven't decided yet. Commander Goblin. We got Looting Goblin, and then we could have Commander Goblin. But I want to do it with all the bits and pieces. Because this channel is a DayZ or survival game channel, really. And yes, I could play Grey Zone on here. Because I've got Grey Zone and it looks very nice on my machine. But I need that break. Final Fantasy 14 Online just got released. You can get a free trial. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. Otherwise, I would. I can see why people are. It was never been me. A trader is offshore over there. I like my first-person shooty, survival-y games. Also, I love like management games, so top-down, Settlers, SimCity, that sort of stuff. Timberborn, I can lose hours playing them. Manor Lords. Kingdom Come Deliverance, really enjoyed that, the limited stuff I played on it. And I should really reinstall that because that game is beautiful. Stalker 2, I've still got to work through. Again, a very nice looking game. But I always come back to DayZ. Once it got its teeth into me, that was it. And in a shout out to Fallout, the trader uses bottle caps as currency. So I didn't want to use rubles because some people would be against that. But whatever currency you have, you will piss off 50% of your community. So it's the end of the world. Money would mean nothing. I used to use nails as a currency. The trouble is you can only then sell things for up to 99 nails because it won't stack any higher unless you put a stacking mod in. And we'll tell you, you can only buy things. The trader will buy off you for up to 99 nails because if it gives the trader gives you 300 nails, it'll put 99 nails in your inventory and the rest will just be lost. So we went for bottle caps. I used to play Lord of the Rings online, though. I really used to play that. Back in early 2000s, from beta through for about 6 years. All I played. I used to have an old beaten up laptop plugged into my television with a keyboard and mouse plugged in, and I played Lord of the Rings online as I was part of a guild based out of Norway, and me is the only Brit in there. There's a trader over there, that house I can see in the distance, and there's a bridge going out to it, that long horrible footbridge. I said this is not perfect. Yep, 76 led me into here. So I played 76 for a long time. And then I got dragged kicking and streaming into Nuclear Winter. Because I hadn't played proper multiplayer for a very long time since the very first since the very first Counter-Strike. And early Battlefield, like Battlefield 1, that sort of stuff. The first version of Battlefield 1, not the second version. You know, I used to play Call of Duty when it was single player only. So I played 76, played Nuclear Winter, really loved Nuclear Winter. And then they stopped it. And I'd always watched DayZ content, but I'd never played it. And I reached out to a big content creator in their chat and said, am I too old to start playing DayZ? And their community were all like, no, give it a go, you'll find a server, you'll find a style, you'll find something that fits you. And here I am. It'll be 7 years in February, January, February that I've been playing DayZ. Doing around 1,200 hours a year, roughly. I was one of the RuneScape kids. Okay. And the original version, I'm guessing, not the let's do RuneScape again. Now, we could go to the well first. I can show you some of my extra content. That's what I can do. Traders out there. It's going to be a bitch to get to. So what I'm going to show now is no use without a key to open the box. But at least you can see. Content itself, if we don't die. Yeah. That was me. And then playing Battlefield for the first time on Wake Island and going, wow, this is amazing. Laggy, but amazing. Oh, we can't show you the content here. I'm in the wrong place. But the well, I'm tempted for. Hate using stuff outside a police station. Especially one that's got everything open. The words bugger come to mind. Out to trader we go. How exposed is the route to trader? So, okay, no problem. I bet after trader I'll be logging out anyway because it's time for some food. You've got 100 bottle caps. And we get a repair kit. Be a note. And we buy a pair of boots. No, they're 300. So I need more pelts. We can buy a flag though, can't we? Got space for it. Yeah. Okay. Time to get out of here. Please don't swim, 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 please don't swim. I think we'll lay up here until I've had some food. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the interaction. Thanks for the chat. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss.